Hello everyone, this is Patrick once again, and in today's lesson I'm going to take you through the introduction to computer, and in this lesson we are going to talk about the definition of what is a computer. We are going to identify the parts of a computer, that is the computer hardware and the computer software, and we are also going to look at some examples of computer hardware. Now, from the beginning, let us look at what is a computer. By definition, a computer is an electronic device that manipulates data and information, or we can also say a computer is a programmable machine. So all devices that we use to manipulate data into information, they are all computers. For example, we can talk of a thermometer, we can talk of a digital watch, we can talk of a mobile phone, the PDAs, among others. So all those are examples of computers. Then let us identify some of the parts of the computer, all the basic parts of a computer. Among those basic parts, we have the computer hardware and the computer software parts. Those are the two basic parts of a computer. Then let us now identify computer hardware. Computer hardware are the physical or tangible parts of a computer we can see and touch. For example, we have a mouse, we have a keyboard, we have a system unit, and we also have a monitor. So those are some of the examples of a computer hardware. Then computer software. Computer software is a set of programs that tells the hardware parts on what to do and how to do it. Or we can also say computer software is a computer program that controls the workings of the computer hardware. So when you look at these two parts of a computer, that is computer hardware and computer software, they work together, meaning computer software work hand in hand with the computer hardware. So if one is missing, you will not be able to use your computer. You can be with a keyboard or with a mouse, with a monitor, with a system unit, but when there is no software, you cannot be able to use those hardware parts. So hardware and software, they are complement to each other. Now let us identify some of the examples of computer hardware. Among those computer hardware parts, the examples, we have a mouse, and a mouse is used to open files and folders. We can also use it to point on desktop icons, and we can also use a mouse to control the cursor movements on the desktop. So when you try to move the mouse, the arrow that moves around the desktop is what we call the cursor. So you can move it onto the desktop in different locations basing on the operation you want to do. Let's say you want to open a folder, you will double click on that folder. You want to select a certain icon, you point and click. So it depends on the operation you want to do when you're using a mouse. In another example, we have a computer keyboard, and a computer keyboard is used to type text, numbers and symbols into the computer. And when you look at a computer keyboard, it has 5 parts. One, it has the functional keys. That is the part where we find the F1, F2, F3, all those keys labeled with F up to F12. Those are our functional keys. We also have the typewriter area keys. That is the section or the part where we find our letters, the ones with the A, B, C, D, depends on the word you're typing. So that is the section that deals with the typing words. The section or the part is called typewriter area keys. We also have the numerical keys. That is the section where we find the number keys or the numerals, especially if you're dealing with numbers or if you're dealing with typing numbers, say 1, 2, 3, you can use them to type numbers. The other part is the special purpose keys, and these special purpose keys, they always give special purposes. For example, when you look at the backspace key, we use it in case we want to rub letters and numbers. We also have the enter key. If you want to move on to the next line, we use the enter key. We have the shift key. We have the caps lock key. We have the space bar. So all those are examples of the special purpose keys. We also have the last one, which is the cursor movement keys. That is the section or the part that we use to move, say, the document. If you want to move downwards, you want to move to the right, you want to move to the top, you can use those cursor movement keys. So that is according to the computer keyboard. Then another part is our computer monitor, and computer monitor is used to display information in form of text, images and videos to a computer user. So this is now the one that you're going to use to monitor whatever you're doing onto your computer. So we use it in case you are viewing some information. And we have two types of monitors. One is the liquid crystal display, that is the LCD, and we also have the cathode ray tube, that is the CRT, which is the old technology that we have phased out. Then another example of the computer hardware, we have the system unit, and a system unit is a box-like case where internal electronic parts are kept or stored. Sometimes you can also call it the computer case, and it is where we connect all other computer parts, those parts that we connect from outside, all the external devices of the computer, say a keyboard, a mouse, a projector, a printer, all those peripheral devices, we connect them onto the system unit. And inside in the system unit, there are other devices like a hard disk, We can also find inside the motherboard. Inside the system unit, we can find the disk drives, we can find the power supply unit. So inside the system unit, there are a number of electronic parts that the system unit houses. Another computer hardware device is a hard disk, and a hard disk is an internal storage device inside the system unit where computer files are stored. Or we can also use a hard disk for storing computer software. The software programs that we install on computers always goes to the internal storage of the computer, and the operating system, if you hear of that word operating system, sometimes we use the common word Windows, so we always have it onto this hard disk. This one is inside, then this one is outside. So this one is an external hard disk which is connected through the USB ports. Then another example, we have those memory cards, and these ones are very common. They are commonly used in mobile phones for additional storage. As memory cards, you can store on them music if there is no space onto the internal storage of the phone. Then another device, also we have the flash disks, and flash disks, they are also used in case you need to move files from one computer to another. So flash disks are removable storage devices, but they are also used to store computer files like music. You can use them to store images, you can use them to store videos, among others. We also have the digital video discs, or the digital versatile discs, the ones we call DVDs, or the ones we call compact discs, the CDs. They are also used as storage media. They can also be used also for storing computer software, such that you can use it to install on other computers. Other computer hardware devices, we have a printer, and a printer is used to produce information on a piece of a paper or printable media. So you can use now a printer to produce information on a paper. Depends on the output you want. You can produce colored output, or you can produce black and white output, depending on the type of printer you do have, according to the one that you may need to buy. Other devices, we also have a projector, and the projector is used to display output onto a plain wall or whiteboard, and this one is used in case you don't have a monitor, like we said. You can use a projector in case you don't have a monitor, but for the projector, they will display the output onto a plain wall or on a white board. Another hardware device, we have the digital cameras, and a digital camera is used to capture images and converts them into digital form, meaning after capturing the images, you will connect the camera onto the computer, and you will have those images already converted, and you store them onto the computer. So cameras are also hardware devices. We also have the webcam, and a webcam is used to capture images while on a computer. So this is now during when you want to conduct a Zoom meeting. You can use a webcam. You can also use a webcam if you want to do a video conferencing, or when you want to Skype. So we use them purposely for such tasks as video, or sorry, webcam. We also have another device called a plotter, and a plotter is used to produce out geographical and architectural drawings in large format. Now, when you look at a plotter and a printer, yes, both of them are used to produce information, but for a plotter, it produces this information in large format compared to printers, that printers use a piece of a paper. So plotters can produce out information on geographical or architectural drawings, and it is always in large format. Another hardware device is a barcode reader, and a barcode reader is used to capture data coded as lines by verifying thickness, known as barcodes. These barcode readers are mostly used in supermarkets when they are translating the prices of some items or products, when they are hidden in those thickness lines called barcodes. Another hardware device is an optical scanner, and an optical scanner is used to scan images or objects and converts them into digital form. Now these scanners, they are input devices that when you have any image already produced out on a piece of paper, you can scan it, and after it is scanned, it is fed into the computer as an image. Then another hardware device is a microphone, which is used to transmit the voice through the computer, and this is commonly used by musicians, or at times when there is any gathering. These microphones are used for such tasks. We also have a speaker. A speaker is used to produce sound from a computer and other media devices. So people who love playing music, you will have a speaker that you will connect to a computer or any media device, such that you can listen to cool music, you can listen to your gospel music, among others. So speakers are used as output devices. We have light pen. A light pen is a computer input device which allows the user to draw on the screen with greater positional accuracy. These ones are mostly used when there are some initials to be captured in computers, or even signatures, and you want them to be fed into the computer, so you can use it to sign onto certain documents which are still electronic into the computer. Our last computer hardware device is a joystick, and a joystick is used to control computer video games. This is now very common to the teens. They always love playing games, so they always use a joystick to control the video games. So those are some of our computer hardware devices that I have tried to identify, and in this lesson at least we have identified one, what is a computer, and we have identified the parts of a computer and some of the examples of computer hardware. Thank you very much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Computer Elites Uganda. You can share with your friends such that they also learn how to use a computer, and together we can eliminate digital divide. Thank you very much, and let us meet next time in the next lesson.